So how are we all doing today, my fellow Hard for Men gang? Are we having a great Easter Monday so far? I know I am. I can tell. I'm not sure if you're quite aware yet, but it appears that Pope Frankie himself has just decided that he's had about enough of this world and its never-ending catastrophes, and just decided, you know what? I think I'm gonna go. I think it's time for me to get on up to heaven. You know, I've had a good run, but all good things must come to an end eventually. I'm getting pretty sick and tired of these trad cats running around, ruining my shit. You know, I'm just trying to save people's souls and help out the poor, and you have these fucking weirdos like a certain someone we're going to be talking about today. Certain weirdos out there screaming Christ is King and harassing Jews and other people of different religions. So, you know what, I'm going to have to say, fuck it, I'm gone, I'm out, Pope Francis is out. So, rest in peace there, King. Rest in peace, you absolute fucking legend. There's probably never going to be another Pope like you in my fucking lifetime. And now we get to go through the whole selection process again. This is going to be fucking fun, but anyway, while Christendom mourns the loss of Pope Francis today, I decided, you know, let's take a break from the sad world we live in and continue pointing and laughing at Warhammer. Now, to my surprise, the video in question that I went over yesterday is still up. He has not deleted it yet. Maybe our special little trad cat is out mourning today. Maybe he's crying hysterically at the loss of Pope Frankie there. And maybe it's going to take him some time, you know, to get over it. But me being a Protestant, you know, really don't care that much about the Pope. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was a great guy. He contributed a lot to Christendom, and now his reputation is about to get thrown out the window by the next bumbling imbecile they get rolling into the papacy. So, yep. That's gonna be fun. Anyway, let's see. We left off at 10:34. Let's see what else Warhammer has to say.
Shaggy has no loyalty to his own. And he would very quickly turn at a dime on his own you know what, and would definitely chase those beans and hot cocoa any day.
You know, I feel like we should maybe apply what Warhammer is saying to Shaggy and apply that to Warhammer, because I generally do feel like, you know, at some point Warhammer is going to get lonely, and assuming he doesn't start trying to go after children again, you know, maybe he will go after those hot cocoa beans there. You know, maybe old Warhammer wants some jungle loving, you know.
And then there's a little...
I mean, we already know his mommy does. Hey-oh!
Dark Ninja. Sha, hot shala, shala, chala. Little Dark Ninja. The guy is just basically a little attention seeker. Yeah, well, Ninja...
Oh, you're finally just realizing it now? I mean, the guy's been on the scene for like 5 fucking years, and you're just starting to realize now that Dark Ninja's an attention whore. A bit late to the fucking party there, eh, champ?
Is terminally online all the time, just like lame...
I mean, so are you, really. So are you. So is a lot of people, really, when you can think about it there.
Liar Jesse is. And he's just basically begging for the crumbs that are thrown his way. Dark Ninja will take any beans that are thrown his way, and the guy is just defeated.
Well, he is a little beaner. Ayo.
Takes L's and is beaten every single time he ever engages anything on the internet, because he's ninja. No, he's not even a real ninja. He's a poser. Like the guy is a weeb. Like, I'm telling you, Dark Ninja is a weeaboo. He's basically like he's an American weeaboo. And I know that some people are get offended when I say he's American. Well, he is American. He's American of Hispanic descent, but he's basically mentally just a child. He has an
And so are you.
infantile personality, and he's just basically a weeb. He's a weeaboo. Like Dark Ninja's a weeaboo and a poser. He's not even a real ninja. He doesn't even have real nunchucks or like anything like Bruce Lee. I've never met anyone that LARPs like they're Bruce Lee and doesn't know anything about martial arts, mixed martial arts, taekwondo, kung fu, karate, all those wonderful Asian martial arts, or even wrestling or boxing. Like, Ninja doesn't know how to box, he doesn't know how to wrestle, he doesn't know...
Oh, and you do? You expect me to believe that Warhammer is a master of boxing and wrestling and using nunchucks and shit? You expect me to believe that Warhammer is the next Mike Tyson there? Could put Muhammad Ali to shame there? You expect the whole fucking internet to believe you're some boxing aficionado there, champ?
Any kind of mixed martial arts or nothing like that. Pankration, Taekwondo, Muay Thai, Brazilian martial arts, nothing. He's just a frustrated outcell.
What?
He's just a frustrated, deranged, like, psychotic lunatic.
You're the one to talk.
And the best way he can take his anger out on the world for his rejection by women is to run a grooming dating server for teenagers and to be like a lolcow in the Ralph-verse and in the Fatmo-verse and the Negs-verse and pretty much everywhere else he's been to. Like, he eventually gets outed as an outsil. But yeah, Dark Ninja doesn't even go to the gym. He doesn't work out.
And you go to the gym? You go to the gym? You go and fucking exercise every day, buddy? You don't just stay in your mom's trailer, you just don't stay in your mom's trailer and get into Discord fights with other people online and scream at the door, "Honey!" That's not what you do all day? You go to the fucking gym? I'm pressing X to doubt.
He doesn't practice defense and martial arts.
Neither do you.
Like, the guy is just basically an outcell. Yeah, and Soberman is a loser. Like, Soberman is so deranged and so confused and so mad, and he just takes everything he gets from Shaggy and just autistically repeats it everywhere and tries to be like Shaggy 2.0. And that guy wants to kidnap kids. He wants to kidnap Chauncey Fatsack's kids and basically do very...
Okay, first off, I am 100% convinced that no sane, rational thinking woman would ever want to sleep with Chauncey. No woman has ever consented to sleeping with Chauncey there. I think if Chauncey does have kids there, consent was not a factor in that. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Or maybe there was consent involved. It's just that the blood, might be a little closer than we like for it to be there. That's all I'm going to say about that. If this man does have kids, either consent was a non-issue, was a non-factor, or, Thanksgiving that year just got a little spicy.
Horrible things with them. But anyways, I do have to say, Shaggy now has a fursuit.
What?
Shaggy and Dark Ninja were mods in Axel's server, and Axel taught them how to how to do bestiality and wear fursuits.
What?
And there's actually audio clips on Discord about them.
Great, so there's audio clips. Fantastic. Are you or anyone gonna fucking drop them anytime soon? Because I feel like the sector would very much benefit if audio drops. If audio would be leaked from these Discord servers of DJ Axel teaching Morbid Shaggy and Dark Ninja how to fuck dogs. You know? I think the sector would very much benefit if the audio were to drop, if DJ Axel would teach them how to fuck dogs and how to make fursuits there. So, you know, here's your chance to be a superstar of the sector, you know, blow me and the rest of us A-logs out of the water. Why don't you get around to dropping those audio leaks there, buddy? Assuming, of course, they're actually real, and not something your delusional ass has made up.
Shaggy and Dark Ninja and Soberman talking about wearing fursuits and doing.
Oh, so now Soberman's into the list. Okay, so let's step back for just a minute and go over the list again. So, according to Warhammer, the Dark Ninja, Mormon Shaggy have been taught by the master himself, DJ Axel, how to fuck dogs and how to make fursuits. And apparently Soberman just decided, you know, one day he wants to get involved. So now it's Dark Ninja, Mormon Shaggy, and Soberman. These three individuals have learned from DJ Axel how to fuck animals and make fursuits. And apparently there's audio of this conversation taking place that Warhammer swears is real, but for some strange reason hasn't been dropped yet. Really makes you think, doesn't it?
Unwholesome things to animals. So we got the Shaylin Simp RZA. It's Muay Thai. It's a Thai martial arts. Okay. Let's see here. RZA says that Forge doesn't go to the gym either. I've been to the gym and I do work out, but thank you so much for.
I've seen, you know, little pictures and, you know, the times when Warhammer has turned on his camera recently. I've seen him, you know, the times when he's had his camera on recently, and yeah, he does not look like a guy that goes out to the gym, or at least often there. You know, I think he spends more time sitting at home, incoherently rambling online, getting into screaming matches on Discord and eating Cheetos, than going out to the gym there. I'm not seeing it on the man. I'm not seeing it. Maybe he's using a filter, I don't know. But yeah, Warhammer definitely doesn't look like he's working out there.
Your attention to that, you cog simp or whatever you are. You give money to Cog in the Kino Casino.
Okay, is Cog like the new boogeyman for fucking Warhammer here? Does Warhammer lie awake at night, pissing himself, afraid that the big scary Brit Bongian Cog man is gonna diddle him in his sleep there? Has Cog become the new Zoom for Warhammer? Has Cog and the 5 people he's got donated to him, have they become Warhammer's new plate gang? Has fucking Cog become the new Zoom, and Cog's followers become the new plate gang there? Is that what's going on? Because I'd like to think that's exactly what's going on.
You know, RZA, that's what you do best, you Brit Bong. Dude, you Brits are a fucking disgrace. You're a disgrace in the.
Weren't you at one point in time, you know, running around screaming that you're quite proud of your Anglo-Saxon English heritage? That England is the greatest empire known to man, and America should have stayed submitted to England and English ideals and blah blah blah. Weren't you that guy that was running around screaming, "Rule Britannia, Britannia rules the waves, never, never, never will we be slaves"? Yeah, wasn't that you a couple years ago?
eyes of Europeans, and you're a disgrace to pretty much every people in the European diaspora. Like, you Anglos are self-loathing and self-hating, basically ethnocide committing, like, Zionist scum. Your country is just basically entirely Islamic with Sharia no-go zones in London. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant London.
I'm going to give Warhammer a couple of months, and before you know it, he's actually going to be proclaiming that these, no-go zones and the Islamification of England is actually very based. It is actually quite a benefit to Britbong land there. I really do think at some point this year we're gonna witness Warhammer proclaim to the world that the Islamization of the West is actually based. It's coming. I'm telling you. I'm fucking telling you. At some point, this idiot is gonna convert to Islam. He's gonna start wearing a turban. And he's gonna start telling us about the benefits of an Islamic-ran America. There. That's what's gonna fucking happen. You wait. You fucking wait. It's gonna happen.
Londonistan. It's now Londonistan. So how is the weather in England stand right now? How is all the Pakis and all of the Muslims and just all the Afro-Caribbeans and Ashkenazim and all those people doing right now? Because I know that if you say anything that would be incite hate and violence, you'd go to prison. You can't even question the narrative of a certain mid-20th century event.
What was this event? The Holocaust? Come on, you can say it.
Yeah. Imagine going to prison for questioning a mid-20th century narrative about a certain event that happened in a certain country in a certain time period in the mid-20th century.
It's the Holocaust, isn't it?
He went to see the snack machine at the gym.
What?
Very funny and original. You're not even Liquid Snake. You want to be like Liquid Snake, but you're not.
Okay.
You're not even half the man that Liquid Snake was, much less Rambo. And never forget that Rambo was American. Rambo fought for freedom. You just fight for a king because you're subject.
Warhammer does realize that John Rambo is a fictional character, right? I know Warhammer is stupid and is mentally unstable, but he should know that John Rambo is not real, right? He's a fictional character. He's an 80s action, hero character. He was played by Sylvester Stallone. He does know this, right? John Rambo is not real. He should know this, right? Right? Right?
The king. That's how cut your population is. Your entire...
Wait a minute, weren't you running around screaming the monarchy is based? That we have to revert back to the Middle Ages, to the age of popery, of kings and knights and whatever? But weren't you running around screaming that like 2 years ago? We have to return to a based mindset. We have to return to the age of popery. We have to revert to the Middle Ages and submit to Christ the King, the Catholic Church, kings and knights and blah, blah, blah. Wasn't that you literally fucking 2 years ago? Now you're fucking screaming down with the king, up with the IRA there? It's probably gonna take Warhammer few more months for him to start being a monarchist again and again. He's probably going to start converting to Islam soon, so who even knows?
Our people are cucked and are subject to a tyrannical foreign despot. Your king is not...
Which you rooted for not that long ago, and you probably will go back to rooting for a monarchy soon. Yeah.
Not even British. Yeah, imagining in 2025, thinking that you have a Liquid Snake avatar and thinking that you're based, when in fact you're a simp to a 45-plus-year-old something. woman named Shaylin, who's probably actually really a troon. Let's just be honest. There's no real women on Discord, and this guy simps for a troon. Yes, RZA simps for a troon.
Okay, citation needed. Where's the evidence? Hello?
And what's so funny is that you're from Chinatown, and everybody in Chinatown gay-opped and doxed each other. So I'm pretty sure that your dox is out there. RZA, your dox is out there. I just haven't bothered to find it because I really don't care.
Well, that and you are just so incompetent. You would try to find RZA's docs, would claim that you have it, and it would turn out to be your docs. So
I don't care about your opinions, and nothing about you matters to me. Your thoughts and opinions mean nothing. Children laughed at you.
that is true.
Yeah, because I'm awesome. Everybody likes...
No, children laughed at you because you're a weirdo and you threatened to rape them while they were in a truck. You got bullied by a bunch of children in a pickup truck and you threatened to rape them. You're not awesome if you do that. You're the opposite of that.
me, because I'm freaking awesome. That's why.
X.
I am simping for a troon. No! Well, you definitely simp for a middle-aged woman who's already hit the wall.
Wait a minute, I thought this middle-aged woman had a penis. So wouldn't that technically be a middle-aged man who's pretending to be a woman? So which is it? Is this a middle-aged woman that has already hit the wall, or does this woman actually have a penis? Which is it, Warhammer? Can you not stick to your own bullshit there, champ?
Can't have really no children at that age after hitting the fertility wall. So, great job. Great job there, Chud.
I mean, in the Bible, there's like countless examples of women being in like their fucking 60s, 70s, maybe even 80s, and they were still able to give birth. So, I mean, with God, anything is possible there.
You're just as bad as Soberman in your simping. You're every bit as bad as Soberman is with your type of simping. But yeah, Alistair Gay Crush is definitely without a doubt a Zionist.
Holy shit, he's finally coming back to me, and we're going back to what he initially started with, and I am a Zionist. Okay, here we go.
He even says it on his Twitter, his X, whatever the hell Elon Musk has called it now. Because Alistair Gay Crush, is a fat, dilapidated, middle-aged incel man.
Well, I mean, if we consider 27-year-old people to be middle-aged, then okay. I guess 27 is the new 52 there, according to Schizohammer.
Who's never been with a woman in his entire life. Got rejected by Adin Paladin. Got rejected by many women. Simped for a woman. And is constantly talking about me. Shit, even on one of Bri-Bri's streams, this woman he was simping for admitted that all he does is talk about yours truly, the king of Kino, the king of the sector, or at least one of the Grand Dukes of the sector.
No, you're the village retard there. You're not some Grand Duke of the sector. You're the village retard. And even then, you don't really do a good job of being that.
Forge Warhammer, Imperator of Forge himself. Oh, yes, bloody might. I truly am the Duke of the Sector. It's not Godwinson, it is I. It is Forge Warhammer who is the Duke of the Sector. Ah, yes, Governor. Yes, indeed.
Yes, you're the Duke of the sector. That's why the Kino Casino, Jim, and Ralph never talk about you there. Yeah, you're the real fucking Duke King of the sector there, chap.
Anyways, Alistair Gay Crush, you're a fucking loser, and you're probably involved in some kind of deep state psyop. You're involved directly in some kind of bizarre deep state psyop and some kind of gang stalking program.
Oh no, he's on to me.
Which I have no doubt that you are.
Guilty as charged.
Everything that you do just basically reeks of the NSA and CIA and some kind of a psyop, an MK Ultra psyop against the Forge.
Yeah, right before Joe Biden left office, he gave me specific instructions to gang stalk her and the gang stalk Warhammer here. That's my new goal in life, you know. Per Joe Biden's orders, I am to gang stalk the ever-living shit out of Warhammer and the Forge gang and psychologically break them there. That is my mission, and it looks like I'm doing a bang-up job about it, so.
And by the way, Alistair Mycroft, Alistair Gay Crush.
Yeah.
Trash McFatty Grumpers, or Grumpinskins. He chased out.
I gotta say, I do like the names Warhammer comes up with me sometimes. I mean, yes, this sounds like something a fucking toddler would come up, but you know, you just can't help but smile and laugh at Warhammer's pathetic attempts to come up with names that are totally gonna own me there.
After a 17-year-old Finnish woman. He chased after a 17-year-old Finnish woman.
Yes, I chased after a 17-year-old Finnish woman by making a joke that I would serve her beer in a sippy cup after learning that she was 17 at that moment there. You know, I make one joke, and apparently that means you're trying to get into this woman's pants now there. I mean, who am I to argue? Who am I to argue with the king of the sector, Mr. Schizohammer?
And he said that he would go to Finland and put his so-called beer, in a sippy cup for this Finnish woman who was 17.
No, I said I would get her a beer and put it in a sippy cup as a joke. And, yeah, fun fact, you want to know who liked that tweet, in question, you know, when I made that joke? Yeah, that would be the 17-year-old Finnish woman in question, who's, let's be real here, is no longer 17 by now. I'm going to wager she's probably 19 or maybe even 20 by now, so.
So Alistair Mycroft goes after underage minors.
I mean, we do have a clip of you getting all excited over this underage girl possibly being into you there. I mean, it's still up on my channel. I might leave a link to it in the description later on once this video gets uploaded. But yeah, don't be flinging stones into my house there, champ. Don't be assuming that I got skeletons in my closet when we all know you got some skeletons in your closet there, champ.
He goes after underage minors.
You're the one that
because that's what type of a person he is.
Again, you're the one to dog.
And I really don't care what you have to say, RZA. You're a nothing burger. Everything you say means nothing because you're basically just a nothing burger.
Well, you claim that RZA is an absolute nothing burger. Meanwhile, here you are seething hysterically about what RZA is saying. So, I think it might be safe to assume that RZA is a bit of a something burger there.
Burger. So scream out into the ether.
Oh, kind of like what you're doing there, Chip?
Type into the ether. I don't care.
You seem to do.
But yeah, Alistair, you're involved in the NSA. You're involved in some kind of a gang-stalking, deep-state psyop, MK Ultra.
I told you, this is exactly what Joe Biden wanted me to do right before he left office. He wanted me to gang stalk the Forge gang even harder. And, you know, me being the good little patriot that I am, that is exactly what I'm doing for the God King Joe Biden.
Industrial military complex psyop. It wouldn't
Well, I have always been a bit of a Raython man myself.
surprise me if you worked directly for it wouldn't surprise me if you worked directly for Elon Musk or for one of those 1% guys.
Well, I actually work for Mossad. They work for this little organization called Mossad. You might have heard about them. Yeah, they're not really that relevant, but I work for this little group called Mossad there.
The 1% at Wall Street, because you don't like certain truths being brought to the fore. You're very uncomfortable about people like me for calling you out as a Zionist.
Guilty.
And that's exactly what you are.
Guilty.
You have nothing better to do with your time, Alistair Mycroft.
I mean, I'm just doing the work of my Mossad handlers and the last will and testament of God King Joe Biden. You know, he wants me to go out there and gang stalk the Forge gang hard. And that is exactly what I'm doing.
And you'll die an incel. You're going to die.
Oh, so I'm gonna die the same way you are right now, an incel there? I mean, I'm pretty sure with all the money I'm getting in from the federal government and Elon Musk, I should be able to get my own harem, but again, you know, this is the Grand Duke of the Forge gang there. This is the Grand God King of the sector there. He says I'm an incel, so maybe.
Incel Alistair. That's all I have to say for now. Peace. Oh, by the way, stay awesome!
So this was Warhammer's Easter message to me. You know, again, he did this at 4 o'clock in the morning, his time, on Easter Sunday. And this is how he wanted to celebrate Resurrection Day, by wasting 24 minutes of his and everyone's time by artistically screeching that I'm a Zionist, and Mormon Shaggy now knows how to fuck dogs, make furry suits, and whatever else there. Yeah, so like I said at the beginning of this video, news is coming out today that Pope Francis is dead. So it is going to be very interesting, you know, not just who's going to be the next pope, but how Warhammer is going to react to this, because holy shit, the reaction from Warhammer and the Tradcast coming out of this recent development today is going to be very interesting, and I'm going to be paying very, very close attention to the Tradcast world there and how they exactly react to the passing of Pope Francis. But, yeah, so we finally got part 2 out. Thankfully, the Warhammer's video, this little stream there, was not been deleted. So I guess I mirrored that fucking thing for nothing. But anyway, I'll catch you in the next video, whenever that will be.